Good afternoon, folks. Joseph Barletta here with Smart Charge America. Look, we have some breaking and exciting news today to share with you. Now, of course, I had to wait to until I finished my company-wide meeting to kind of make this announcement, shoot this video, and tell everyone. But essentially, last Wednesday we got a call from Ford. We've been working with Ford Motor Company for about 5 months now, on an RFP that they sent out for help with their commercial deployment and field service needs for all of their EV charging, public charging infrastructure that's currently out there in the wild. This is at numerous dealerships, basically Ford-owned centers, so forth and so on. And so, not like the pro charging side of things. This is more of the working internally with, team members and employees of Ford on all things commercial, deployment and basically fleet solutions for their existing customers. So that way, let's say, Ford sells 100 F-150 Lightnings to, I don't know, give me a good company, Granger, okay, and Granger's like, okay, great, thanks for this. We'll get the vehicles in August, but in the meantime, here's Smart Charge America. They specialize in all things EV charging. They will help you get all of your infrastructure and your electrical needs and everything else laid out, planned, installed, hopefully prior to you getting delivery of the fleet order, right? And so really exciting, but also to take care of their existing fleet order and their existing fleet customers that need kind of that field service aspect of things. So we were back and forth with Ford. It was probably close to about 5 months now. It was maybe 11 interviews with them, back and forth. A lot of time spent, and Wednesday they called us up and they're like, "Hey, we need to talk to you." And we haven't heard from them in like 3 weeks. It's just Ford's such a big business, such a big ship. It's really hard for them to kind of get back with you like as fast as other smaller companies. And so they got back in touch with us, and we're like, okay, yeah, sure. When do you need us? And I was like, look, I'm available like 6 a.m. on Friday, and like before 6 p.m. Like that's our office hours, right? 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Like it's fine. Give us a call anytime. And they're like, all right, cool. Let's give you a call 7 o'clock on Friday. We're like, all right. I was here Friday. No agenda, on the call. I was like, what is this about? Are they gonna like let us down? I don't know. So basically, back and forth with Ford over the past 5 months or so. It's from what they were telling us, it was out of 23 nationwide contractors, this RFP opportunity came, and that's how many nationwide, like large, big dog electrical contractors, applied to the actual RFP, and which Smart Charge America was vetted against, right? So, Ford does do due diligence, and they look at, kind of back and forth parameters, so forth and so on, and then they kind of boiled it down to like 5, and then the top 3, and then like the top 2, and Smart Charge America was kind of always in that running, which is great, blessed, couldn't be more excited. And then of course, Friday morning, he tells us, it's like a 15-minute call, no agenda. And we were expecting the worst, like, all right, yeah, we didn't do it, but here's why we didn't choose you and whatever. But they actually said they choose Smart Charge America for this like huge opportunity, and we were like, whoa, this is crazy. So needless to say, I'm telling you guys right now, it's really exciting to know that a giant company, the history, the 120 plus years of Ford Motor Company, coming to partner with Smart Charge America. It's kind of like the old heritage, company with the new innovative quality, and they see potential in Smart Charge America, and they want to do business with us. And so, out of all the ECs out there, electrical contractors, these guys chose Smart Charge America. Like, wow, huge! What a feat for Smart Charge America. Our team was thrilled when we announced it yesterday. We were really ecstatic. Now it's a 3-year agreement, and of course the commercial fleet deployment opportunities there. There's no kind of guarantee of frequency. There's no guarantee of volume or anything like that. We just know that it's a 3-year agreement with 2 consecutive automatic renewals if you want. So maybe a 5-year agreement. We just have no idea to anticipate like how much volume will come in from Ford. I mean, we're hoping like in the tens of millions, like, yeah, let's do it. But if not, it is what it is. But hey, look, we won. We got a contract together with Ford. It's going to showcase our expertise in the field, not only to Ford, but also all of Ford's customers. Think about all the Fortune 500 companies that have partnered with Ford, that Ford has existing fleets with, that need those services. They're literally just going to hand it off to Smart Charge America, and we're going to run with it. We're going to keep Ford posted the entire way on all aspects of priority and status and kind of stages as we're pulling that customer through their adventure with Smart Charge America. But for the most part, this is really exciting. We're really blessed on the cross-pollination opportunity that we're going to be able to get to be in front of companies that probably we wouldn't have been able to be in front of, given the size of Smart Charge America. And so with the partnership comes a lot of responsibility, comes our ability to execute. No matter how great and whatever we've done in the past, we will never rest on our laurels. And that's one of the things that it's really hard to kind of implement and drive into your culture, drive into your organization. But we started that from like the very early stages of Smart Charge America, and that is what we're hoping to stand the test of time. Now, nothing, whatever we did, whatever we said, whatever we promised, means nothing. Only our ability to execute on deliverables and the results. That's literally all I'm worried about now. So, but it is exciting. Now, the fleet-wise, when we're talking about the commercial deployment and fleet, we're also talking about like employees that, let's say, have the fleet and they need to take the vehicle home. Well, we're going to help assist those employees with setting up a home charging station for them. So like that residential, commercial, and service opportunity that Ford wrote for this specific RFP, it was almost like Ford did an X-ray on us without us knowing, like an MRI, and then put out an RFP and was like, hey, can y'all submit a response to this RFP? And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll throw our hand in. And they were like, yeah, that's what we want. It was like literally the RFP was specifically designed. Everything that Smart Charge America does, this RFP was exactly that. That's why we were like really excited when we were submitting our documents and we were submitting like, this is what we do. This is great. This is awesome. So I think a little bit of that excitement really exuded out of us when we were on the phone and we were, back and forth with our conversations with Ford. But dealing with the likes of working with commercial operators for their fleet, there's a lot of misinformation, about like setting up charging infrastructure and what's the best plan, so forth and so on, and not one size fits all. To be honest with you, it's not the same solution that's going to fit all fleets. And so, given the parameters of your infrastructure, of your parking arrangements and your storage and your dwell times and all of that stuff, we want to be able to map up like the perfect solution for you, not only which meets your needs now, but also in the future. So we're very confident that we can not only meet Ford's expectations, but also exceed them. And then in the likes of the employees in their home, we can take care of that. But then also in the existing fleet services, when it comes to the charging stations out in the wild, we'll be able to assist with repairability and servicing those units and making sure that we're heavily working to increase that uptime, take us from that substandard 60, 65% uptime to now, and I think we're averaging somewhere around 80 to 85% public-wise when it comes to level 2 DC. I'm hoping to get that up to the 90s, and that's our ultimate goal with this. And so, huge, wildly thrilled. Thank you all for your support, especially with Ford team trusting Smart Charge America for this opportunity. We have one thing to do and one thing only, and that's basically to not let you down. So, till then, look, we're just super excited. So remember, if you have any questions or if you need us, go ahead and contact us at smartchargeamerica.com. And remember, if you can't charge, you can't drive. We'll see you next time. Cheers.